We are 8 minutes late. 5:08 p.m. Hello from Berlin. This is IFA 2015. We are still in the hall 16. Yes, of course we are. At the Intel booth. This is the Intel TechLounge. Bringing you all the latest updates from the IFA show floor with lots of interesting guests. I hope you've been enjoying my little ride in this $84,000 racing rig from VRX. That's the that's not the camera, but that's the company. I was looking at a camera, and instead of saying company, I'm saying camera. What's going on? Well, I'm live streaming since 9 in the morning, and I had 3 hours of sleep. So now, you know, the impact of the Red Bull that I had this morning is just almost gone. Exactly, those eyes. This is what's happening when you're sleeping for just 3 hours, and when you're going to a Greek restaurant with some of the Intel guys last night, which was fun. So, anyways, we have a new guest here for the next 20-25 minutes, and this is Christoph. Christoph is the spokesperson of Lantic. Lantic is a company that basically just got acquired by Intel, right?
That's right. So Lantic hasn't been so famous before. Yeah. Of course, we have been very famous, but not for the big audience. And Intel just acquired us because I guess they liked our technologies.
So to let our viewers know about your technology, you have a quite common router here in Germany. It's called the Fritz Box. I think this is also one of the biggest brands when it comes to routers in Germany, right?
Yes, and it's also one of the most famous ones with the techie guys, because you can do a lot with the Fritz Box, and this is simply one of the best routers you can get today.
Okay, so, but for the first time, we're going to take a look at the inside, and now you can explain to the channel, and to the guys that are watching us right now, why Intel bought you. There's a little component on here that is quite interesting.
Exactly. So normally you don't do what you just did. We don't open this one, and there is also a bigger cooler on it. But what you have here is the heart of the Fritz Box, and we don't only do products for the Fritz Box. We also do for other routers. But what we do is we do the chipsets for the routing, for DSL routing, and highest throughputs. So if you want to browse the internet very fast, or if you want to play games and stuff like this, you need a fast connection, an ultra fast connection. And this is what we are doing. We are doing the chips for the ultra fast routing.
So you're not only working together with the Fritz Box, you're in many routers,
exactly.
Right?
So I'm always trying to say we have 100 and plus customers around the world. Doesn't sound so much, but if you have customers like AVM who are doing the Fritz Box, or TP-Link who are doing routers, and all these OEMs and ODMs, they are who are building these routers, we are working together with carriers like Deutsche Telekom or British Telecom, and these guys are also building their own routers. And they want to have, how a marketing guy would say it, best-in-class technologies in there. Yeah.
So this is all about making sure that the throughput from my internet connection, that I can really take advantage of the bandwidth that I've ordered at my local telco, and I'm going to make sure that this is also actually getting delivered to the devices that are connected to my router.
Exactly. So what sometimes is not only the problem that you get the data through the pipe to your house, but it's getting more and more important that you can handle all this data. You know, you have a big pipe to the house with a lot of data possibility, but then it's stuck in the router. And not only in the router, but also Wi-Fi throughput could also be a problem, because if you have 4K videos to stream, or not even talking about 4K videos, sometimes it's just a high-definition video on Netflix or on Amazon Prime. Yeah. Then you're really getting mad if your movie always stops, and this could be because of the routing, which is not efficient enough, or because of the Wi-Fi, which is not efficient enough.
Nothing is worse than seeing this little buffer sign, right? While you're watching a really interesting, exciting, thrilling movie, right? And all of a sudden it says buffer.
It's not only the thrilling movie. The real bad thing is if you're watching, for example, the soccer championships, and your neighbors are already yelling and screaming and say, "Ah, goal!" and you just don't know what's happening. So you don't want to have that.
Actually, a pretty good point here in our chat. So long as your carrier is fast too, of course. Exactly. So just to give you an idea, why it's going to be also very, very important for the future. So what I'm using at my home is the NVIDIA Android Shield TV, and it is basically like an Android TV set-top box. But what you can also do is you can do grid gaming, and grid gaming is basically you're streaming games over the internet. So NVIDIA is processing them in their server farms, in their grid gaming server farms, and then they're streaming it to your TV set into your living room, and you need at least 60 Mbit for a 1080p 60 frames a second stream, right? And you need to have a constant one. I have 100 Mbit and like 20 up, but I think I'm gonna. Well, I called them already, but I need a new modem for this to get the 300 and the 100 up, and then I need a fast router again. 300
and 100 is
already
really quite amazing,
and costs about $25 to $30 US dollars in Taiwan. Yeah.
Good place to be for
absolutely, guys. Because seriously, when you're into online gaming, you would love that place. Right? It's just, it is fantastic. But then, people are getting those fastest connection ever, and then they're connecting it to a shitty router, right? And this can be so frustrating. The original router that I had for my telco, that was just a pain in the microphone.
But it's getting better. So the carriers and also the OEMs and the equipment makers, they recognize that it's very important to get good routing capacity, because exactly people are doing things like this. And a few years ago, everyone asks, why do I need this bandwidth? I'm only watching some internet sites. Sometimes I'm uploading a picture, but why do I need this? Yeah. This is still sometimes a valid question. Some people do gaming and they, of course, already know the answer, or 4K videos, they know the answer. But sometimes also people here say, I still don't need this. But also there's a discussion when you have a carrier or a telco operator who is offering you 100 Mbits downstream and 20 up, and the other one is offering you 11 down and 1 up, and they charge you the same money. So which operator would you use? You would always go to the one who is offering you the most bandwidth. And this is playing a crucial role. For example, the Fritz Box is part of, there's a magazine in Germany which is called Connect. And these guys, they made a test about the networks in Germany, and there was, I don't know, I'm not sure if I can say the winner of this one. Anyways, it was 1-1, and they were the winners because of the Fritz Box, because they are using the Fritz Box. It was a very close race and best routing, and they have real great throughput, and they have 11 AC in this box. Most of the people are using wireless today, and so you don't have any problems. And we're very proud we're doing the routing chips on it, and we're also doing the Wi-Fi chips on it. Also a big portion why Intel was so interested in us. And we are also doing the other side of the system. In the central offices, we do the chipsets for the cabinets, for the street cabinets in the central offices. So we are doing both ends. And with us now, Intel literally has from the cloud to the client everything, and can make it better.
Just for those guys, I'm always getting it during the live streams while I'm looking at my laptop. This is not about being rude to Christoph, because basically I have a monitor right in front of me, so I can see what is going on, so I can look at this. Plus, what I'm also doing is I'm basically monitoring the shed. So if you guys have any, because we have 2 sheds, we also have a German-only shed on our German side. So I'm monitoring the Twitch shed, and I'm monitoring the chat on our German side. So if you guys have any questions or so, make sure to just get it in there, yeah? So this is how it looks like for me here, like for you guys, right? And it's the same with our German side. And so we have another little chat over here. So every while and then, I'm just looking through the schedule, through the agenda, try to get some questions out of this. So I'm sorry about that. It looks a little bit rude, guys, but just trust me. Here is a little monitor right in front of me, so I know what Christoph is doing, right? It's just, and I'm listening to him. So it is interesting to see how much of an important device a router became right now. Because usually it was just meant to get me into the internet, right? Exactly. Or to connect maybe another desktop PC to it over an Ethernet cable. But now I'm connecting it to video cameras, I'm connecting it to NAS systems, I'm connecting it. It's becoming a central, like a central unit of the connected home.
Yes, exactly. So on an average, maybe you have more, but the average participant has about 20 devices connected to the router. Maybe you have 70 devices at home connected.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And but this is very important because, for example, when I came here, I wasn't able to attend the press conference 2 days before, so I watched the press conference, the Intel press conference, on my mobile phone. Yeah. And when I came here yesterday, my monthly data rate was gone, and today is September 5 or so. So this is a problem, and at home everyone is using Wi-Fi. Everyone is connecting every devices to Wi-Fi. So if there's the problem, if the router is not really working, if the throughput is not good, and if the distribution of data within the house or in the home is not good. So think about it, if it takes you ages to connect it, if you always have to manually install all the devices, this is really a pain. And router designers, and also we are helping with our systems, make it easier today for the people. It's just also they want to have a plug and play thing. And if you go there and connect it, and they say, okay, you have a MacBook, it can route in 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so it instantly connects to the Wi-Fi band, to the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi band, because it's easier and not so crowded like the other ones. But then you have also connected home or home automation things. They are getting more and more important, and like sensors and actuators. If you want to switch on the light with your mobile phone, or you want to monitor it, all these things are more and more important.
Yeah. Actually, it's quite interesting what you just mentioned, right? That you already run through your data package on your mobile. This is also happening. I mean, I have a prepaid card here in Germany, and I usually need like a gigabyte of mobile data a day. Right? It's just again, in Taiwan, I have a flat rate. They don't care if you're using 5 gigabytes or 5 terabyte over your mobile. Yeah. They just don't care about this. And I'm always wondering. If data, also in Finland, they have the same setup, right? It's basically a real flat rate. Does it mean that the data in Germany or in the US is more expensive than in Taiwan or in Scandinavia? I mean, it's ridiculous. And why is the data over a mobile more expensive than over your router or over your normal broadband internet connection?
So it's not always the case. So it's always the package you buy. Yeah. It's clever marketing people doing things like this. And normally I don't waste my data package. But what I wanted to say is, for example, everyone is always saying for example, emerging countries. So 60% of the people have no internet. Right. No, none, just nothing. So how do you get these people connected around the world? And people always discuss and say, why do you want to put wires? Just do it wireless. And exactly, you have to also give an infrastructure. There is a mobile infrastructure, but it cannot cope with all the people going online. And if you, for example, have an iPhone and do an update, you get a new update for your OS. It's 600, 700 megabytes. So you will kill your bandwidth plan. Yeah. So you always need somehow a fixed connection. And this is also where we are also active. And what's also very interesting for Intel is that we are trying to connect the people who are not connected today. And there are technologies like fiber to the distribution point, where you have a fiber to a box and then you terminate it, and then from this box you go just via the copper lines, normal telephone system, you go to the end customers, and you can give them 300 mbits, or you can share it and they have 10 people with 30 mbits or so.
Right. Are you guys affiliated to Fritz Box?
What do you mean?
Oh no, you just took it as an example, right?
Yeah, this is, and I would get kicked, I guess, from my sales team, but this is my most favorite one.
Okay,
so
okay, I got it.
AVM is doing excellent, and we are in Germany, we are at the IFA in Germany. AVM is doing an excellent job, and everyone from our engineers, they just love this because you can do so much, and this is how you say it always, it's the Mercedes of the routers. Yeah. There are other very good routers, and they are all evolving, but Fritz Box is, I just brought them here. Nice design, nice technology.
Because for those international viewers, they just can't connect to Fritz Box right now because it's just not available.
Yeah, we do sneaks.
Just take a look at the announcement that ASUS did 2 days ago. They actually announced the fastest router in the world. Has like 10 antennas. It looks like, let's see, if Darth Vader would design a router, a badass router, it would look like the one that ASUS just announced 2 days ago. If you're asking myself which router I'm actually using a 2 years old ACRT66 from ASUS. And the reason why is because it's very, very easy for me to set up VPNs with it. Especially when I watch Netflix from the US or when I watch Netflix from Germany, and I can't do it because of all the geo-blocking blocking that is going on, right? I can even set up the VPNs for specific clients. So I'm running one VPN tunnel on a specific device and another one on another specific device. Also, when I'm traveling to mainland China, it's easy to build up my own VPN tunnel. And seriously, you're going to do this with 2 clicks. Those routers are not cheap. It's about $250 to $300. But what you're getting is just great, right? And the throughput is great. I can connect just an external hard disk to it. It turns it into a NAS or into a media streaming service. I just love it. It is so convenient. Before that, you know what? Here comes a funny story. Before that, I had a Buffalo router for 4 or 5 years. I never really followed the router development. And then I got this new and said, what the hell is going on here? I totally missed out on it. And, but yeah, as I said, you should take a look at what they just announced over here. This router is just so badass. It was the craziest router I've ever seen. Of course, there's so many other great brands out there. But when you invest about $200 to $300, and in my opinion, this is what you need to do to get a good router. All right, when you're going $150, well, this is what you're getting. You won't have all these options. It is what it is. So whether you're in Germany, yes, the Fritz Box is very, very common because of all the features that it's offering you. But if you're an international buyer and if you use it wherever you are, right, just take a look on the router market. There are amazing devices out there. Also, because of your chipsets.
Buy many, many routers. Buy as much routers as you can.
Well, that's good for the Intel stock price then. Well, Christoph, thank you so much for joining us and telling us a little bit more about Lantic and also kind of explaining to us, all small little things can make a difference.
Yeah.
And why it's sometimes really cool to work for a company that is not very well known because of its name, but you don't need to care because you're in all these products, right? So I think at the end of the day, it's about, how successful you are, and you've been obviously very, very successful, and you just joined another successful company right now.
I guess, yeah, that's the reason why they found us, and they were very interested in us. And as I said, it's for Intel, it's a great story. It's this from the cloud to the client, they have everything, and it's a better together strategy. If you own the devices on this part, and if you own the devices on this part, you have so much scalability to really make the best fit. So if you have an Intel-based laptop and you have an Intel-based router, Intel-based Wi-Fi, they fit together very well. And this makes the best experience you can get.
Guys, we're going to have a little break of like 5 minutes right now. Our next guest will be from Lenovo again. And actually, I don't have any names so far. We'll see. We're going to make one up. Let's see what kind of little video we have during the break. We should be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned.